We're ready to start?
I'm ready to start. Hello, everybody.
Trix, you ready?
Welcome. Wait, Trix, are you actually ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well then, we're already live, so welcome, everybody. It's 216, episode 216 edition. Ritz,
Hello.
Trix, me, Domino, we're all
Hello.
here.
Hell yeah.
Various states
I
of
am
being.
actively taking Nyquil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trix is currently dying from absolutely everything. Dominic, I think you mentioned your tooth is kind of fucked.
I
And
realized
for the
that
first time,
I realized it's probably my filling. I probably had a filling on that tooth.
and for the first time in ages, I'm completely fucking fine. So it's all a wild episode. As Trix actually just dies on podcast. Finally, something for the views.
Yes.
Good fucking TOS.
Hell yeah. When YouTube finds out that we exist, we're fucked.
I guess we can always upload it to the Internet Archive as well.
I can't wait for Dissonant Waves on Live Leak.
Dissonant Waves on BitChute.
We got a heavy week this week.
This is we have a gauntlet at least once a year, and this is probably one.
Probably two gauntlets. Knowing how this year's ending.
Yeah, a ton of shit.
But
yeah. I picked Japanese Breakfast's new album. Well, technically they've released like soundtracks and stuff since, but from the summer, their album for Melancholy Brunettes and Sad Women. So selected the Baby Tate mixtape, Tate Tuesday, Volume 1, Japanese House's debut, Pools the Bathe and EP, another side project from Postcard Nowhere, Quiet Monster in the Panhandle of Tennessee, BCBMLSDKBWSE, Volume 1. Trix picked the album from Snõõper worldwide. Correct?
Yes.
yeah, this was
Excellent.
correct.
Concrete Sun from Native Language, or Native Language, Concrete Language from Native Sun.
And I'm the one who just took Nyquil.
The Mind EP from Grim Streaker, and two current or recent singles from Thick, Father and Mother. And Ritz, last week you picked 9 EPs, but then we tacked on a 10.
Yeah, but I picked 10. Let me see if I can remember all of them by heart here. So I definitely picked Trine's Faith of Deer in the Headlights. I picked Cabinet's debut. I would have picked the Tullamarines, whatever their album EP was called.
Safety
I would have
Blanket.
picked Safety Blanket. Nadir's. Again, I forgot the title of the EP because there was a lot here.
Garden for One.
Radio Free Alice's Empty Words. Fuck, I really did pick a lot on this one to the point where I need a bit of a refresher. I also picked Secret Worlds Tomorrow is a Mystery to Me. Juno Eclipse's Blue with You. Hyphen's This Might Be It. That's 8. I am missing 1 before the extra 10th one.
Freak Slugs.
Freak Slug, thank you.
Short skirt.
Loose Tooth. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And that was supposed to be it. That was supposed to just be 9 EPs. That was all to put up. And then, I mean, we fucking interviewed the dude and he didn't even tell us this was coming out. Mouseatouille had a remix EP just randomly drop.
He did mention that there was something coming, and he didn't want to say what it was in case it fell through.
Yeah. We got a remix EP of a Mouseatouille album. I was just like, well, kind of do have to cover this. That's an EP. Do you mind if I just add this on?
It dropped like the day after we recorded, so I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
It's kind of like one of those, well, yeah, we had to cover this at some point, so let's just do it.
Yeah.
After the total toll, I noticed from my rendering of that interview was 105 gigs. I feel like it's worth it to just go back one more time to the well.
Which is bigger, I wonder, the Mouseatouille interview or a full install of Fortnite?
Ooh. Probably at this point, probably a full install of Fortnite, I would have to imagine.
Hold up, I'm gonna Google it. Full Fortnite install.
One of it depends on the OS.
30 gigabytes on consoles to
Don't talk to them.
80 to 90 gigabytes on PC. Apparently it's over 100 now.
Okay, so we're about there.
It's 140 in the latest PC version. Holy shit.
Okay, so
What the
definitely
fuck?
bigger than the render file of the Mouseatouille interview, but it did give it a run for its money.
Yes.
Okay. Well, where do we start? We start with the 2024 or 2025 stuff.
No, you know where I want to start, and it's I guess it's kind of going on with the whole like, hey, around this time of the year, it's usually when there's a pick or something that really throws the rankings into disarray or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's still come. Usually it's from me picking an album. This week I haven't picked an album, so I can't do that. However, there is an album here which like I didn't expect to fuck as much as it fucked, even though I should have expected it. And I kind of want to start with it because I just had a lot of fun with this one. And Trix, I think you know which album it is.
Snõõper?
Exactly.
Ooh, all right.
Snõõper fucks.
Snõõper worldwide.
Yeah, I forget how I discovered Snõõper. I think they just kind of infected my algorithm, and I'm kind of glad for it. It's like syphilis, but you enjoy it.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, last week we did the EP. That was kind of just added on because I'm like, oh, I kind of liked what I was hearing. I haven't actually listened to the album properly yet. Just wanted to add it on to bring Snõõper in. And Trix, you obviously said, well, fuck it. I like this EP. Let's go finally do this album. And
I've liked the album. It's been kind of in my rotation.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is really fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
This is cool. Like, this is more egg punky. So, like,
yeah.
If it's that style, it's that sound.
Well, I was gonna say, like, you know how last week you saying Snõõper was a bit more of a hyper poppy kind of egg punk Trix. I think you were the one who said that.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a lot more evident on this album.
Yes. There are also parts of this album that sound like a Le Tigre.
Yeah, I saw someone compare it to that, and when we say that, we have to remind everybody we mean good Le Tigre.
Yes.
I don't know.
There was
what happened?
In 2016 they put out that Pro Hillary song.
Oh,
that was
that's
really
right.
bad.
Oh my god, yeah.
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to. But it's got that kind of it's got that high pitchedness that Le Tigre has. I'm not the biggest Le Tigre fan, so I can't tell you completely.
I'm not either. I'm only really familiar with their debut.
I'm across enough, which not much, but enough, to see where the comparisons are coming from. But yeah, I mean, even the fucking Beatles cover on here is just like fucking good.
Yeah.
What a year for Beatles.
And it's almost like a comical. It's we've done a lot of Beatles. Yeah. That's just straight up just come together done in an egg punk way.
But like fast too.
Yeah.
Really
bouncy. And it definitely is very kind of like what's the word? Like it sticks out just the way that the cover's done, but it not like a sore thumb or anything. It just interesting, kind of. It's a take. I wouldn't put it into one of my favorite covers of all time or anything like that, but it is still a really well done cover.
Yeah,
it feels like there's a bit of a shitposty kind of vibe going on in there, but it's also it's also done just like very kind of straight. Well, like comparingly, I guess. Yeah, it seems like they understand there's a bit of a joke in doing a Beatles cover, but just go with it, and it's interesting, and it works on the album. Like it doesn't make you stop and go, why did they add this in or anything like that.
I think it's hard to do a straight Beatles cover of this.
Yeah, it kind of is. So
yeah, it really is.
Like it's something like Beethoven, you can almost like double back on it being so weird it's interesting. The Beatles and Stones, I feel like it's just too out there unless you do something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trix, you said you couldn't remember how you discovered Snõõper, and I can remember discovering Snõõper right after they played the Australia tour. Not during it. I didn't fucking see them. And that is like a fucking I should have known the situation right there. Apparently they were really fucking good in Australia, and they played a bunch of DIY venues as well.
Hell yeah.
I would have been insane. And if they come back, they'll be playing bigger. But
I will say I am.
My friend was big into them, and I think that's how I discovered them. I should have listened.
You should have listened, Ritz.
You can't know about every artist that's good at the right time forever. Sometimes things
that
will
is true.
slip by you.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
But I mean, I thought this was fun. I liked the cover, like we talked about. I had thought that after last week hearing the EP, I would have more to say once we got to the album, and I kind of don't. Like it was a good time, but it was also kind of like a sieve for me with so much else we listened to.
Disagree. Company Car was a highlight for me as a single when it came out, and I love that it's been reworked for this album as well. It sounds even poppier now, which is great. Star 69 is just a great little fucking earworm that happens. It's
great.
Yeah.
Does Star 69 even work anymore?
Well, I don't even know what Star 69 is.
Oh,
It's
go ahead.
You would hide your phone number with it.
I didn't care for what it was. I just found a song catchy.
But I don't know. Like Guard Dog did make me think that there were dogs outside my apartment. So I mean, it got me there.
Hell yeah!
Love a good
pom-pom
so good that the environmental stuff gets to me.
I mean, yeah, this is really well produced egg punk. When I say this puts kind of rankings into disarray, I don't mean like this is my album of the year or anything, but like I reckon this is going to be my top 20. It was really fun, and I'm probably going to come back to this whilst I'm thinking of some rankings here. We'll see how it goes, because like I got to also think of like everything that came out this year. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed listening to this.
Hell yeah.
And like compared to the EP for me for this, it's just night and day, even though that EP is good.
I feel like I enjoyed this more than the EP from little I remember.
I think I like this more than the EP, just because there's more here to enjoy.
Favorites for me of this, Company Car, obviously, because that's just a classic. Yeah, I like Guard Dog and I like Star 69, and the Come Together. I think my least favorite of this would probably be something like Pom Pom.
I quite like Pom Pom.
Might be thinking of Relay. It was like at the end of the album. There was a bit of like a it wasn't Subdivision. It was just a track I felt it was a bit weaker.
This is just all high energy, good fun. I don't think I have a least favorite, I'll be honest.
I would call it kind of a blunder, but I did like Come Together, and I do remember Guard Dog.
Alright, well, Trix, since I threw Snõõper right in the right at the start, what are we covering next?
You know what? I'm gonna make it interesting, and I'm gonna just roll a d10 and then go.
Okay.
Off the list of EPs. Okay, we got a 2.
2, so number 2, as in the one I picked it and posted it on here?
Yep.
Alright, that's Cabinet, baby. Let's go. Yeah, Cabinet. So I've been waiting to like go on an autistic rant about Cabinet for a while. I think I've mentioned it, a couple times, kind of more in passing, but went to New Zealand with the fiance halfway through this year. That was kind of our anniversary trip. Funnily enough, Dominic, this was the same day as I saw Japanese Breakfast, who we're also covering this week. And then after Japanese Breakfast ended, I wanted to go to this little festival that was happening just up the road. Like, it was a mini festival where Twine was playing, who is also being covered this week. And I missed Twine. I caught literally the last fucking note of their set. And I was kind of like, well, shit, I don't know any of the bands now until Empty Frets. I'm tired after walking here. I guess I will just like stay here, wait for the next band to play and see what happens. And then this band called Cabinet comes on, which I had no idea who the fuck they were coming, and they start playing Scrams like 5 seconds in, and I'm just, all my energy just comes back.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck yeah, let's go. And then the whole set was like one of my favorite sets that I've probably seen this year, just because like I got to witness a sound that I love in another country, a local band for that as well. So like that itself is just a miracle that fucking happened. But also the crowd was just fucking hectic, absolutely moshing to every fucking song from this band, and I was Like the second it was over, all I could think is I just can't wait until there is something to show people. And now there is something to show people. And I like
Hell
it.
yeah.
I like this. It's a really good DIY Scrams EP. Is it, in a sense, going to be one of the pure highlights or like the most interesting takes on it? Sorry, Trix, as you're dying.
Sorry.
Yeah, is it going to be one of the most interesting takes on Scrams? Not really, but it's well done enough and it fucks enough that I just really kind of wanted to talk about it for a bit.
That's fair.
That's the intro. That's it.
Anyone know what the sample from the first track is from?
No, I do not.
Nope.
I feel like that was an interesting mood setter.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting what the quote was. It's like did you want to be happy or like did you want everything or something? That's sad.
Like, it's like, did you want to really feel something for once in your life?
That's it. Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Well, that's sad.
Well, she's like, that's never gonna happen. That's sad.
Yeah. And then it goes into the good old guitars, a bit of talk voice, and then the screaming starts and doesn't really stop until the end of the EP. It's only like a 13-minute EP as well. I remember they did a Bandcamp listening party for it as well a couple days before its release. Was it even a couple days or was it on release day, like just before it released? And I listened to it. I'm like, it's kind of weird to do that for like a 10-minute release, but like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
They said they would be playing Sydney soon. They haven't fucking announced anything. I think they're still trying.
Hell yeah.
I have to imagine that New Zealand and Australian travel is kind of like Canadian and American travel. Very friendly as you can be. The two countries that are close to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't know what it's like, the true comparison for in Canada and USA, but I would assume it's similar since it's neighboring countries. Although I'd also assume Mexico and USA would be a lot better, but apparently not.
Yeah.
And right now, maybe not the best example to compare to, but in general.
Yeah. Pre-Trump era. Yeah, in a sense. I mean, there's always been the kind of banter between the two countries. I don't really think I've ever seen anybody who's New Zealand hate Australians, nor have I seen anybody who's Australia hate New Zealanders. It's never been that kind of neighborhood relationship. But that being said, I wouldn't say that our music scenes are the same, especially when you get into the true kind of DIY of it. Like, yeah, when you get into the more poppy stuff, obviously it is, but in terms of this underground stuff, they're all kind of existing in their same space. Like while I was there, there was a couple bands I did know of, but I've known of them because people like were from New Zealand or lived there and stuff like that. And there are these bands that people like just talk about as like the kind of kings of New Zealand DIY, like Wax Chateaus. That's like a huge one. That everybody talks about, and at some point I'll probably listen to them and probably put them on the podcast because I heard they're like one of those bands that just had a reputation for like house shows and all that and blah blah blah. But in terms of like a lot of these bands playing Australia and all that, when you get to this, you get it, but it's only when they like decide to take the risk and do the punt, and even then when they know people who live in this country, because it's not cheap to tour here. I'd assume it is a lot cheaper for Canadians to do that in USA than it is for New Zealanders to do that in Australia.
Probably.
Can I disappoint you?
Can you what? Disappoint me?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
This is my least favorite of the week.
I disagree so fucking heavily.
More just because it's not bad. Nothing's bad this week. It's just that it did not jump out at me at all.
I think this just goes to show like where our different kind of I guess directions of emo in our enjoyment have gone over the past year and a bit. Because this just hits all my fucking dopamine receptors.
Yeah, that
like I can't. Yeah, well, we'll get to that when it gets to it. I mean, personally, I probably agree with which one's better with you on that one. But in terms of just listening to this, like, yeah. Like I said, it is not not a groundbreaking take on the genre, but it's just a well executed take on it.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
It reminds me of that general sense of what I thought emo was before I really started listening to emo, or like hardcore or anything in that realm.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair take.
Yeah.
And that can be taken both positively and negatively because it sounds like it belongs, but it also sounds like something that, for better or worse, is what it is. And for me, I recognize that it is quality, that there is definitely something there, and I do like the use of samples. But yeah.
Look, like, if you do the take of like, yeah, this could be any other band, specifically more so than it is Camden doing their own sound. I agree with that take.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's kind of what you're getting at.
Yeah, it's just something I've come across, could not recognize on its own.
And that's fair, but again, like my whole kind of like main wanting to pick this up was like, fuck, that was a good fucking night. I totally did not leave my fiance back at the hotel so I could watch that.
Oh, how's she doing?
She was fine. She was tired. Like she watched Japanese Breakfast and she was like tired after that anyway.
Fair.
Like I knew in no way she wanted to go do that, and she was like, "Yeah, I want to sleep." So I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, good night. I'm going to this." Even if I was put into the doghouse, which I wasn't, it would have been worth it. So yeah, that's it. That's basically all I wanted to say about Cabinet. That was fun. I like this EP. Favorites for me are Anna Faris and Never Looked a Gift Horse in the Mouth. Least favorite's probably Breakfast Bagels with Sertraline.
What is the cover from? I don't know.
Don't really know.
Favorites for me are probably Anna Faris. Least favorite, Breakfast Bagels.
The true wonder for me.
All right. Well, since you wanted to talk about the one that was a bit more your style, Dominic, should we go into Juno Eclipse then?
Talk about some Juno Eclipse.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about them for a bit with that whole split EP. Dominic, you seem to really enjoy that, and was it Charles Camanucci that you liked with that one as well, or was it something else?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured so.
Yes.
Yeah, so I figured, all right, you responded well to Juno Eclipse. Let's bring that EP on, because I think the stuff of the EP was better than the stuff with the split.
I think the stuff of the split's pretty good. This stuff is good too, but like I think it's all there. They're not in the business of missing too much.
Trix casually dying as usual.
Yeah.
If she survives this episode, it will be a miracle.
It will be. If I don't fall asleep, because I literally did take Nyquil right before this episode.
Well, you fell asleep on a recent episode anyway, so
that's why
that'll just be my thing. Fall asleep.
But this sounds like a nice warm blanket on a snowy evening, like a nice just low energy afternoon, like a Sunday like today that I had.
I think you really just like second wave emo, Dominic.
Cozy into bed, just throw on some of it's kind of a wall of sound quality almost.
Yeah,
that just hits the right way, especially something like Spun. Ooh, what a fun track.
Oh yeah, the whole opening of just screaming "Spun" and then doing the whole 3 minutes. Yeah, I mean this is close enough. Welcome back, Sunny Day Real Estate.
I guess we really should cover some of that old stuff, shouldn't we?
At some point, yeah. It's a very kind of like indie take on this whole emo scram stuff, and it's done well. There's some real fucking headbanger moments in this whole EP.
I'm not even like a headbanger. I'm just like the vibes. I like the wonky guitarness. It just sounds, I don't know, like it sounds like home in a way. Maybe just how long we've done this podcast, I can kind of identify the sounds that I like, and when I like the sound that I hear, it's like, ooh, this is why I like music.
Yeah. I know I did say like instantly like welcome back to Sunny Day Real Estate, but it's not like it's the only influence that comes in here. That being said, they have obviously listed Sunny Day as one of their influences. The first track on here, My Friend Always, that has quite a lot of a shoegaze influence going on in there. Yeah, a lot more of like an indie gaze than like a true shoegaze, but still got that vibe going on in there. And then yeah, obviously like you have songs like oh fuck, I gotta remember them off the track on there. Oh, like Psycho, which are a lot more fast paced, have that kind of more math rocky guitar that goes into in and out.
Yeah,
it's a true
but it doesn't.
It's a true second wave revival EP is what I'd call it.
But it's also just
it's not to say
fifth wave at this point.
Yeah, I mean, fifth wave has gone on kind of like an interesting route. In America, I would say it's gone a lot more experimental, but like with Australia, just how it is, and us, being decades behind on that kind of stuff, it's like it's catching up this wave. Basically, it's like okay, now a lot of these artists are going to try and do those old styles, which is not like they hadn't existed before. But if you look at kind of what we had in the past couple waves, they were more just that kind of whole scramsy emo violence or like the emo punk.
Yeah.
So naturally, we're going to start seeing bands, start kind of incorporating other sounds and stuff like that, which had probably been done before, but not really in this country.
If that's kind of what's brought into it, knowing that, I feel like they do a really good job at appropriating that sound. Then.
Well, no, I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would not.
I would say
peg this as like a young band doing their first release.
No.
Like this sounds like they're well established enough and know like what they're doing and what they're going for.
I mean, to be fair as well, like two of the members are also like 2/3 of our mutual friend, which have been, they haven't got much out themselves, but they've also been playing shows for I think like a couple years at this point now, or at least like had releases out since like I think late 23. So they've all kind of been doing this stuff for the better part of 2 years now.
All right.
Still, I mean, depending on how old they are and what they've been doing, 2 years could be a lot. 2 years could be not that much.
That is true. I mean, the scene is very young.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really well polished EP. They are getting a lot of kind of hype as well in this scene as well. Like I have a friend who runs the directory with me, or at least helps out on it. I'd say that this and Body Shirt were like his big emo releases of the year, like for young bands and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a bit of hype. I've seen them live a couple times, and I tell you that there is something there with the band as well. Like it feels like people are genuinely excited to see them.
They've earned your cutest band alive moniker.
Yeah, which I give to a lot of bands.
I look at your stories on Instagram. I see them.
Yeah, I know. I give cutest band alive usually to like when a band is like talk to me.
I see.
But
that's how you do it.
It's not like all the time because a lot of Juno reached out to me due to the fact that I ran the directory.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Is that how you found the collab?
With our mutual friend, they did a collab with my mutual, yeah, the 4-way. Well, I was following the bands anyway, so they kind of just just like said, hey, like here's the EP that's coming out on their socials anyway.
Gotcha. Ritz, who's gonna win the ugliest band award?
Ooh, depends who gets cancelled the hardest this year.
Is that gonna be the next coveted Ritz award?
The ugliest band award. It's finally me. I finally put out a live set.
Did you do a live set of any of your music right now?
I don't wanna.
Do you think you can actually learn it?
Learn it properly. Remember I did that live EP. I covered a Trix song.
That's
live album. There was a Ritalin for Kids cover of Sad in July.
Yes.
Download on Bandcamp.
99 cents Australian. That's like 50 cents American.
One of my favorite is the at MOBA whatever.
That's still a classic. Yeah. Yeah, I like this EP.
Oh yeah. I've already bought this. This is already in my collection.
I can believe.
Loving tracks like Spun. Loving tracks like My Friend Always. No real least favorites. I think at the end it kind of doesn't teeter in quality, but I don't know. It's almost too much of a good thing in a way.
I think My Friend Always might actually be one of my least favorites on it. I'm just not that big into the shoegaze, but it's also like not big into the shoegaze. I shouldn't say, like, just comparingly to everything else they're doing. I think I prefer those other sounds. That being said, it is still a good song because I like Psycho and Spun a lot more. I think I will agree that the actual least favorites like towards the end though. So I think I'd give my favorites to Psycho and Spun.
It is very funny. The last two songs are June and Eclipse. The name was Juno Eclipse.
Trix.
Favorites for me are probably June and Eclipse at the end there. No real least favorite.
Shall we get on the Grim Streaker or Thick just to make sure we get Trix here? While it's still going.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah.
Which one do you want to pick?
Let's talk about Grim Streaker.
All right. Indeed. What can you tell us about it?
I just kind of wanted to check in on all of the people from the Noteworthy 01 compilation. Yeah. And this came out shortly after we covered them, I believe.
Yeah, probably.
For the first time. So, hasn't been much on the front, but I figured we'd talk about it. And this is pretty interesting.
I think this is probably my least favorite of the week.
Ooh, I like this quite actually.
I'd see what I go for least favorite. I'll think about it actually. But this one really came and went for me. I'm sorry to say.
This one for me is about the way the singer shapes the words in the mouth. You can tell there's a lot of it's a kind of over singing in a way, but it's like fun. How like weird and out there some of the delivery is.
Yeah.
Like Big Boy is such an interestingly sung song. It's like kind of a wail into the night, or kind of a I don't even know. Like I imagine it as like a weird cabaret performance. This is captivating.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that like I was big into the Snõõper one and you weren't, and it's had the opposite here. And they both kind of have like a synthy kind of or I guess higher pitch kind of sound.
Yeah.
Although, different ways. Mm-hmm. So I was maybe it's the case you didn't like Snõõper because were more focused on this one, and I didn't like this one because I was more focused on Snõõper.
That can happen, definitely.
Yeah.
I just feel like this one was like fun all the way through. Like Mind is such a nice song to begin with. Like definitely, like on everything we listened to this week, Mind definitely sticks out to me a lot. Big Boy as well. Like all 4 tracks.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like I always talk about how with like punk and kind of genres that have a lot of repetitive chords and kind of similar sounds happening, you need a good singer or like unique singer to really make your shit stand out. And this definitely clears that benchmark. What's her?
I mean, yeah, always keep in mind there's always a big difference between a good singer and a unique singer. Not that I've ever really cared what a good singer is.
Sure.
Yeah.
But Amanda Bushell. Really fucking good.
Yeah. Fun little EP.
Yeah.
I think this is the last thing they've put out. I'm pretty sure.
Currently, yes. Hopefully there's more.
Hopefully.
Like find out the hard way.
I'm gonna check their Instagram.
On Bandcamp, it does say that she moved to Canada.
So
some of this was done virtually, and some of this was done in person over the pandemic.
I mean, I fucked with like finishing this off virtually.
Yeah,
that's cool to do.
Yeah. I cannot. I'm seeing. It does not look like they're still a band right at the moment.
Kind of a shame.
Yeah.
We did Girl Minority. I don't think we did the one in between.
We didn't do No Vision.
Guts be right. That's just
yeah.
So there's a little more to do, but I do like where they ended up, even if this is the end.
Yes.
Like the vocals alone, I think, sell this EP way more than a lot of the stuff we've done this week.
Yeah.
Sorry to see your suffering over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to say at this EP, or should we move over?
It's fun.
I like all 4 tracks. Big Boy and Mine are my favorites.
It's unfortunately a bit of a blender for me, and not in a great way. Not in a terrible way, just I think this is the one I probably had the least to say about.
Oh, I found more bands by her.
Ooh.
Belmare, which most recent release is 2020. And Mina, because I found her website.
Oh, there's something there.
Well, whilst we're looking at that, do we want to go finish off this noteworthy one?
Thick.
Duke. Well, we still have one other noteworthy one we have to talk about too.
Sure, we can get there too.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about
Yeah.
Thick.
Let's talk about Thick.
This is an easy one. It's only the 2 songs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yet, out of all the Trix's picks, these 2 songs are my favorite.
We really have it. We really have a disagreement. Oh, I thought you said out of everything this week.
No, I have Trix's picks this week.
Trix's. Do I agree? Trix, you pick. No, Snõõper. You pick Snõõper. No, I don't agree.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm not that big into this, but like it's fine. I think I preferred previous Thick sound. I think they changed a member, if I'm correct, or I think they lost a member.
I'm not sure.
I mean, we can always compare to Happy Now, which is we have to reflect on the famous cover art we did for that.
Yeah,
that was a classic. That's still like your peak there, don't we?
Oh, there is a 2025 album from Mina.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
1 week left. Maybe throw it in.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Little sneaky.
Sneaky.
Mixed and mastered by Will Yip. Will Yip strikes again.
Yep.
I don't know, like,
so
I just feel like
this is the last thing that Thick has done, though.
Yeah.
It?
This feels like it was like 2 singles they put out for something. For what, though? Not clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Father and mother, clearly they're related. They're not like a double side thing. It's not. Well, I think on streaming it's like father then mother, but
yeah.
they're released independently of each other.
Yeah, it felt like something else is going to get released or be a part of something bigger, but it just didn't happen.
Fizzled out.
Maybe the band's broken up since. Who knows? I think it's actually been kind of quiet since then. I could be wrong. I don't think I actually follow them. So
April 24 was Mother, and nothing.
Yeah.
So kind of some odd silence, I guess. So maybe the band quietly broke up. Who knows what happened? That's not really our place to speculate that or our job. But and still, that would be an actual shame. Happy Now was a cute little album.
I think.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
I think this is for me their peak. I can't even describe why. I just think the sound is the clearest. What they're doing just sounds the most interesting to me. And like Father over Mother, it's kind of the vibe to it is really interesting.
I think I agree with you. With wait, did you say Father over Mother, or did you just say like, yeah, okay, yeah? I think I agree with you on that. I wasn't too keen on Mother, but yeah, I just thought this is okay. I think I like it more than Grim Reaper, whatever that was actually called. But yeah, this to me isn't why I fell in love with Thick. It's a bit of a different sound, but it's also pretty similar still. So it's not like it's lost on that. I guess it's just I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Sure. And
yeah.
It's just one of those things. It's 2 songs you kind of listen through, and it's like, okay, for what little there is still something here that catches my attention and makes me intrigued.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, supposedly this could be the last of Thick anyway, so it's probably worth covering in that aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if it is, that's a bit of a disappointing end because I know they just had more in them.
Oh yeah, I think this showed like this could have been a new era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. That's Trix, you have a favorite release, favorite?
I prefer Mother.
I prefer Father.
I prefer Father too, so it looks like Father has it. Shit, okay, we still got quite a bit to cover.
Alright, Native Son.
Yeah, we do. Native Son. This was what kind of inspired the whole look back at the Noteworthy 01 crew, see how they're doing. I got a notification that they put out a new album, and I'm like, fuck it, yeah, let's cover it.
Concrete Language.
This is good.
It took me a listen or two before I could get into it. Because at first I'm like, this is just rock. I don't know if that's what I need right now. Then you let it wash over you a little bit, and I feel like some of the songs start to rise to the top. Start listening to it. Like, okay, there's still something here.
Maybe I need to give it a bit more.
Like you get to like Tiz, or you get to something like Who's Kids. I don't think I remember the most of it, but I remember the vibes being really good and interesting.
I really like when the sax comes in on Adam. That kind of solidified it for me. But this is just a fun little, just a fun punk album, kind of. I don't know. The Nyquil's starting to kick in.
Say it's a funk album?
Punk.
Whoa.
With the P.
The joke was lost on you. Fun punk Trix.
No. Punk. It is.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over for her. Nyquil has won.
I'm still awake.
Yeah.
But, like, I can't really hear much right now because there's so much pressure in my sinuses.
Dear God.
There was a band this like sound kind of reminded me of called the Zells, which like I kind of like went back into and listened to today because like when I listened to this, I was just like I kind of get a similar vibe to this album I liked back in like 2022, and like that Zells album, it's a case of in terms of like this being a standout or anything for me, no, it's not, but it's got a nice little vibe to it.
Yeah, it's got a nice vibe.
Yeah. I think it's a very enjoyable listen this year. I think it's a little bit out of my kind of like area of rock that I usually go to. Like I think it's a bit it's not really that alternative of a sound, especially anymore. But it's enjoyable. It's good executed enough. I think it's a blender for me personally, so you're probably gonna fight me on that, but
I mean it's not a cherry fog in terms of like mainstream rock.
No.
But
it's definitely not trying to be that kind of style.
Yeah. I would say there's still stuff that's interesting about this album that you could come to like if you're kind of like us and you listen to a lot of different stuff. You're more into more of an underground thing.
Yeah.
But it might take a little bit of like working with the material to see what sounds interest you the most. Like don't let the initial veneer of like rock scare you away, perhaps.
No.
Thanks.
I'm alive.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. Anything else you want to say particularly?
It was fun checking in on these guys.
Yeah, I like coming back to Noteworthy on One. It's a fun touch point.
It is. It was like one of the first big projects I did.
That was episode 67.
Yes.
Quite a long time ago. Back when doing more than one album was still kind of unheard of.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck. Look at us now, Mom.
Look at us now, Mom. We're gonna listen to Sebastian twice.
I had to pick favorites. I guess I would say Who's Kids, His. Maybe Go Out and Play. Least favorites probably No.
Blender for me personally. I'm sorry to say it.
Favorite is Adam's, no real least favorite.
Okay.
Alright, well that's all the Trix stuff done. Trix, what do you want to talk about the most before you die from Nyquil?
I have no strong feelings one way or another.
Flip another coin, see if it lands fine.
Okay, rolling a D9. I'll roll a D10 again because there's no way I get another 2.
There's also throw my stuff in there too.
Okay.
If it's a 2 or 4, we'll do. Yeah, if it's a 2 or 4, we'll go into one of Dominic's.
Okay, if I can type it correctly. I use Google. Okay, we got a 5.
All right, a 5. Oh, that is Hyphen. This might be it.
Okay.
Ready, so I picked this because we did Mudrat last week, and there is a collab with Mudrat on this. This has like kind of very similar kind of style that they're going for with that kind of all like punk hip hop, more punk hip hop than punk rap. And it's almost kind of like a very produced way, like a very electronic way as well
Yeah.
on this one. So yeah, I picked this one because I mean, well, Hyphen put out some pretty good singles over the past couple of years, so I was looking for like a much larger release, and yeah, we got one.
So this is a great example of like, I like the message, but just because I like what's going on does not always mean that I'm going to like it the same way I like what I liked before.
Yeah.
There are some cool songs here. This might be it's a nice opener. I do quite like 3.5%. That's a really fun closer.
Yes.
There's a lot of information that's throughout that I enjoy. And again, you know, like it has that kind of Rage Against the Machine political consciousness mixed with like really cool beats. Does not hold a candle to social cohesion though.
Oh no.
No.
Never was going to. No, social cohesion is just, yeah, really good. I agree. Like, I feel in terms of a full EP here, just sound wise, it's a bit disappointing, and it gets into a bit of elements of like, you know when something's like you agree with something, but it's put out in such a way that you want to disagree with it just because you feel a bit annoyed. Now, it's not quite that for me. I don't think I'm ever annoyed with this
I
EP.
never got annoyed.
There a bit moments that I like where it is obviously like very kind of like straightforward, ham-fisted what the politics are, in the sense of like the whole. It's like it's very just goes on like a talking rant. It's like you agree with the full message. I can't remember exactly what the whole thing is. I can't remember what it's on. It might be on. It might be even on 3.5%. Oh, like it's the part where he goes on about his neighbor Dave.
Sure.
And it's like I full agree with all the messaging that's done and everything, and I think it's like a cute little thing that's set out like actual like lyric wise. It's just something in the way that it's presented that I feel like it breaks the flow of the song.
And that doesn't really bother me as much. I just feel that overall lyrics have bite, the songs don't.
I get it, and
Like,
I think that's
Hyphen has
I think
bite.
that's I think that's unfortunately where I'm at on this EP as well. Like that opener is a highlight by far in this,
Like
but
yeah,
even the Mudrat collab feels like it's missing something.
yeah, like the opener and the closer I think had the best bite, especially the like in the 3.5% ones, even like the danceable one.
Yes.
Talks about shaking his ass as part of the chorus.
I'll compare it to the song that I discovered Hyphen from 3 Pound Pints, which the opening lyric is the morning commute feels like in getting your dick smashed in with a man with a mallet, and then asking that same man with the mallet if he would like to do it again after the weekend. And it's a very kind of catchy little song of 3 Pound Pints or Dystopian Peter Crouch, which is another one of my favorites from Hyphen. Yeah, which I found them to be catchy little songs. Yeah, I know Hyphen has a bit of a TikTok presence when it comes to some of the promotions of these songs, but that's just how fucking music is these days. So I just go like, okay, yeah, I am tired of seeing the same fucking promo that goes, oh yeah, check out the song, and it's the same 10-second clip. It's just like, whatever. I get
did
that.
not see that. I wanted that. I don't want that ruined for me.
Nah. But in the same, I get the whole journey that Hyphen's going on to get this out. I'm happy that there is a longer release. I probably would have preferred an album, personally, a bit ago, but I feel like there is something there with Hyphen, but it's getting a bit lost in the message, which feels weird to say. Like the songs are becoming, yeah, as you say, like it's all bark no bite.
But it's different than when we talk about Muse or Green Day doing it.
Yes. Well,
these are very
Muse and Green Day are those are no bark, no bite.
well. They pretend to have bark. They pretend to appeal to some political audience. Whatever you want to read into it, man. That's what we're appealing. Fight the man.
Hyphen gets a full like pass on all this because like he's at least going specific on particular politics.
Has points of view. Yeah. We happen to agree with those points of view by and large. Fantastic, wonderful. But I don't know how to say this because I don't want to make it sound wrong. But the way in my head it's basically like Muse and Green Day at least had interesting beats sometimes and had interesting song structures sometimes. Not to say that
Well, Muse had interesting song structures on their early albums.
Even on like the Second Law, the one that we differ on quite a bit, there's still interesting stuff happening there.
Yeah, but if we're gonna compare this to fucking, the true Muse is absolutely fucked in their politics. With Will of the
Modern,
People.
no, fuck that.
And the beats, I would prefer this any fucking day over Will of the People.
Sure, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't hate what's here. I think the songs themselves, like, if you're not looking for the politics, I guess they're fine. And some of them do accentuate the politics. Like, the way this... Not that I can pretend to know how to, like, write a hit or how this shit works, right? I'm not a musician. But from my understanding, the way that things appeal to me, you have to marry the message with the beat in a way that sticks in people's heads.
Yes.
And like that's why System of a Down is really good at it, because they're interesting, they're wacky sometimes, they're wild. They'll do the song Bounce, but then they'll have something like Prison Song that'll shove every political message in there that they can get in there, but also the song is interesting.
Definitely.
I don't think these songs are not interesting necessarily, but they do the political part, but they don't always give enough.
No.
Like shaping the song beyond that. And
like you know that.
Go ahead.
Have you seen that meme where it's making fun of leftist memes where it's just a blurry giant block of text?
No.
Well, it's a whole. Let me find it real quick.
While you do that, I wanted to say too, even 3.5%, the part that you remember is him talking about shaking his ass.
Yes.
Okay.
So like, that's interesting, but not even that is like the point of the song, right? That's not.
No.
Yeah, leftist memes be like, and then it's like a whole block of text. I see.
Yes.
Whereas System of a Down, Rage Against the Machine, often the parts that you remember often have the message embedded within them.
Yes.
So that I think is the difference here.
That's a fair take. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Whilst like the early songs of Hyphen that I fell in love with, I think it has that proper like the memorable parts, like the message of the song.
Yeah.
Like dystopian Peter Crouch, the hook being, if my parents banged earlier, I could have bought a house.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's a bit of a disappointment. I still think there is something here.
Yeah.
And there's a very like obvious kink to iron out. And it fixes, and like what we're looking for happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of those like, I don't know why we don't like it. It's that we can decipher, and it's like a whole, well, once that's like solved, or once that gets fixed and improved upon, the songs are gonna sound better, and then like the whole reason to listen to this artist will happen. But yeah, in terms of the CP, it's like there's a couple moments of it that are worth listening to, but in the end, as we said, it just doesn't hold a candle to social cohesion at the moment, which just in a similar vein shows how it's done.
Yeah. Like
favorites.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say favorite is This Might Be It. Least favorite's probably something like You Get Better.
Favorite's probably 3.5. The rest is kind of eh.
I like This Might Be It. I like 3.5. Favorite's probably Get Better as well.
Alrighty, Dominic, we haven't actually done any of your shit. So maybe let's do one of yours. What do you want to cover first?
Well, I know the one that you're probably not going to have the best to say about, that I want to defend a little bit, Baby Tate.
Go ahead.
Baby Tate. Tate Tuesday, Volume 1. I saw Baby Tate open for Chapel Roan. I picked it originally because Japanese Breakfast opened, then Baby Tate opened. Be kind of like a fun twofer. And I had never heard of Baby Tate before. I liked what I heard. But of course, with me, if I don't know the song when it's performed live, I'm probably not going to remember it. So here we are now trying to see what they got going on outside of what I heard live, and if it's interesting at all. And for me, this EP mixtape, whatever, kind of fucks.
Eh,
Yeah. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I can remember Straight kind of like being a queerbaiting song that kind of didn't want to be queerbaiting, but
It,
kind of ended up being.
I what? Straight
The whole
Straight is about a woman that's like going to straight men and be like, "Are you sure you're not queer? How can you not be queer? Come on, are you sure?"
I feel like that's a bit queerbaiting, is it not?
And she's like pansexual. She's openly queer.
I'm into other people. Yeah, it's a broad term. Point being, maybe I got the wrong term. Fucking whatever. But it felt kind of weird because it also kind of like seemed somewhat self-aware at the end of it. That it was like maybe I don't know. It just felt like a weird song to me. I didn't say it sucked or anything. I don't think it's a problematic song.
I think it speaks to kind
feel
of
like
the queer experience of like talking to someone who is heterosexual and be like, really? We can't, we can't have the similar feeling on this. Really? Are you sure? Like there's a certain shock, I feel like, when you come to someone who is purely heterosexual, purely homosexual, in a sense of like, okay, interesting.
Yes.
I don't think there's any hill I'm going to die on for this album or EP, because mostly in the end I just kind of don't care. It's a sound that's not really for me. I think I can compare it to Lil Nas X in the sense of when I say like, is this really a sound I need to comment on? But it's also kind of like I did enjoy this more than that Lil Nas X Hotbox EP, whatever it was called.
I definitely did too.
So I can at least give it that. There's at least a certain way that she does all her flows and stuff on this album, and it feels like, okay, well, she's at least like into it, and so
she's got some good
I can respect
girl.
that. So a lot of like Babysitter was also a song that was just kind of like a weird because of all the baby references. I know it's like her name and stuff, but I just kind of get like, yeah, I don't know if that's something I want to start shouting out personally. Granted, I don't need to be the one who shouts it out personally, nor am I going to be. Yeah, a lot of this is just it's like it's fine, I guess. I'm not the one who's equipped to really talk too much about it, but I guess kind of am because we are doing a lot of hip hop and stuff like that. But I don't know, it felt fine. It felt like if you kind of like this style of music, then you gotta love this EP. It's very bad bitch club rap. But
yeah.
But she's
I guess
I don't know. I feel like she has self-awareness enough to know who she is and what she's about. Stuff like I feel like Babysitter or Stray, some of it's kind of tongue-in-cheek. Like, we're at the point where I feel like any self-aggrandizement, kind of self-promotion like rappers traditionally do has to be kind of tongue-in-cheek and silly at this point to make any sense. Because who's really going to believe you when you say you're the best?
Yeah, plus, I mean, I said even I've just said the word bad bitch. When a woman does it, they usually get scrutinized a lot more for it.
Yeah, typically.
Yep.
And I feel like she does a good job at like not obfuscating the message, but having it be fun enough that like she believes it, but we're gonna have fun and laugh about it.
Yeah.
So how wild is it that like she has a song here on her Spotify, like Hey Mickey, which was 2016, back when she was young Baby Tate.
Yeah.
Now she's just Baby Tate. That has about 240 million streams. And on this album that released last year, a year ago, the Straight is the most played song with 226,000.
Wow. People really like the Mickey song. She has a number of hits that are in the hundreds of millions, but when you get that TikTok shit, you get people that find that shit that they love will stream it over and over and over, or just keep putting it on TikToks. It fucking catches.
And then people just didn't go to the new stuff. There is hold on. I'm gonna ask this question, Domino. You're not gonna look it up, and Trix, you're gonna try and answer this as well. Now she is only a feature artist on this song, but she released a song this year, back in June.
Okay.
How many players does it have on Spotify?
10,000.
Is the head artist more or less famous? Would you say?
I would say less famous because I don't know the name at all.
I'll put it at
But I
100,000.
would say 100,000.
Yeah.
You get it closer, but if we consider like Don't Go Over would go to Trix because it's 68,869. Easy apparently. I don't know who this is. The Latina Jewish trap pop siren turning heartbreak into anthems. That's a hell of something. Supposedly it's an official release, because the cover has both of them on it. It hasn't been removed from Baby Tate's profile, so yeah,
Fair enough.
that's kind of weird. Like people just, she has 2.2 million monthly listeners. They are all going to that 2016 thing, and I don't know enough about this artist to really say anything else about that, but I just find that really interesting.
Izzy only has like 5,423.
Yep.
So this, wow. Even with Baby Tate not having like the most listener retention, this is definitely like a move on up for Izzy. So we're talking about elevating other people in the game, elevating other musicians that you like. Yeah, absolutely. I think, in a sense, Chapel Run did the same thing by having Baby Tate open for her.
Yeah.
Like what I learned from that and this is I think, some TikTok artists are kind of one note show trick ponies. They have the one thing, and like some of that stuff is okay, but then we have stuff like Doechii that really, shoots herself in the foot by releasing the anxiety, like its fullness, and then it's like, oh, it's just the thing that people wanted, but more. That's not good. Here, I think Baby Tate has something, and I like what she's got going on. I don't know. I like this more than the Doechii album that we did. I like this more than.
Well, I don't think I've ever really thought of that Doechii album since we covered it.
I have to think of it every time I hear anxiety, and every time I have to hear, I get to listen to,
Somebody that I used to know.
Yes.
Yeah. Fortunate.
Yeah.
I don't know. With Baby Tate, I just sense somebody that's like who's been in the game for a while, but it still kind of feels young and excited and attacks these songs with a cool vim and vigor that I enjoy. I did not predict that I would kind of be the hip hop head of the group. Here we are.
No.
Yeah, I don't think this is a blender. I don't think this is a cheese sandwich. I just don't have a favorite release statement. Like, if you called it a blender, I feel like it would just be proof that I didn't listen to it. Because the songs are definitely distinct from each other. I just genuinely don't have a favorite release statement of this.
Yeah.
I like Sweetest Girl. I think it's the kind of thing you listen to where even the stuff that's kind of more run-of-the-mill, like Face the World and Super Sick, they have interesting beats. There are interesting experience to listen to. My least favorite's probably Olipop, and even that was interesting on its own still.
Yeah, Olipop is probably a least favorite just because that soda is dog shit.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like Baby Tate.
I'm happy you do.
I understand if it's a one-man love.
Should we go into the opener that's better?
Okay.
I say that's a yes. We're going to Japanese Breakfast Number.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry, I'm dying.
I forgot. He took the Nyquil for a second. I got very concerned.
No, I'm just hacking out along on mute.
Fair enough. So, we got Japanese Breakfast. I was going to do...
I was going to say, you picked a...
Yes. I was going to do a week originally where I wanted to do Japanese Breakfast, Japanese Wallpaper, and the Japanese House. But Japanese Wallpaper hasn't really released anything new recently. One thing I tried to get, he never responded to my message.
Damn.
So, here
should have sent him a Pokemon card.
If you want to get that EP for us, I would like to see that, but...
I don't live in the same city.
Well, maybe...
I'll say.
Maybe we can get a third party involved. We'll talk about this more later. There may be a connection still. But yeah. I thought Japanese Breakfast was Australian. And they're not.
Nope. No, they're not.
They're,
I don't know why
they're
you
from
thought
Philly.
that one.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this is a popular pop rock group, and here we are covering them.
Yeah, well, we say group. It is mostly just the main singer songwriter.
Michelle Zauner.
Yeah, Michelle Zauner. Yeah, this it is an okay album. I'm very happy you got to see it live because I think that's kind of the more proper way to enjoy it.
Uh-huh.
But in terms of listening to it studio wise, yeah, I didn't get much out of this outside of Picture Window.
I thought some of the songs.
And I think it's because Picture Window is such like an outlier in its sound, being that a bit more rock based in it, that it stands out more. Like I think this is an album that I respect when I listen to it. I like the sound. I like that she's going into a very more kind of contemporary sound for the majority of it.
Yeah.
And that's why it worked a lot more live. But in studio wise, when we just don't have those kind of visuals or that kind of like performance to take in, it just loses that magic.
Yeah.
I can't disagree. I think some of the songs are pretty. I think Honey Water ends really beautifully. Some of the lyricism and stuff works for like Orlando in Love. And for some reason there's a Jeff Bridges duet.
Yeah. Which is just kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say like it's the best performance in the world, but it sure makes the album a little more interesting.
It's an interesting collaboration more than it is a great collaboration.
Yes. I mean, this is after she did that game Sable.
Yep.
So like,
which I do own that soundtrack. I've never played Sable, but I own it.
I am curious about that soundtrack because they talk about that she took a lot from like Zelda and Chrono Cross and things like that to make that soundtrack. So I'm curious what that sounds like. But no, like this was cool. This was nice. You know, that's kind of where I am with it.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
kind of similar. I think I prefer the sounds that she was going for on like Jubilee and Soft Sounds more than I do here. Granted, you know, Jubilee has Be Sweet, which has been stuck in my head for the past like, when did it come out? Yeah, 4 years. It's just one of those kind of like earworms, and I understand that she didn't want to make that again, and I respect that. It kind of more sounds like, it actually sounds like the closer more from that album, Posing for Cars, which had that bit more the slower ambient stuff that was going in it. Is kind of more the direction that's been taken on for Melancholy Brunettes, but I don't know, there was something just about Jubilee, just the way that the instrumentation had all these different sounds going on with the album, but it just like it worked a lot better.
Would you say that Jubilee is where people started paying a lot more attention, and this is kind of like the
follow-up
from that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So in a sense, is this kind of like the attempt to kind of swerve mainstream?
Maybe. I mean, she got a bit of indie attention back at like Soft Sounds, so it wasn't like that was the breakout album, Jubilee, but it's also kind of like that was the one where she was getting a lot more traction.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did Jubilee place on the Billboard chart?
I don't know if it did. I don't think it would have gone on Billboard, but let me check.
It got a lot of year-end lists from that year.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a lot more critically, and it's becoming when something gets like really critically on the year end, and then eventually like it starts getting a lot of plays from that, despite not breaking the charts.
Okay, it did 56 on Billboard 200.
Okay, so it charted. It wasn't fantastic, but it charted.
Melancholy Brunettes did 46.
Yeah,
so it placed higher, but arguably, I would if this is kind of the pivot to be a little more mainstream and inviting. I don't know. I've not listened to Jubilee, but
yeah,
was it worth it?
Nah, I like Jubilee a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the only person with this take, nor will I ever be the one. I see some people who really go into this album and like really love it and love the direction that she goes in, and there are others who wanted a lot more from this album, and I don't think anyone's wrong in that take. I think this is her going for a bit more of a different sound, and anyone who's like truly disappointed by that, it's like, well, she's just doing what she wants to do. And again, seeing it live and watching it, it was a much better experience that way.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, studio wise, I just find this album just that too contemporary for me. It really doesn't get any of my dopamine receptors going. I listen for it. I've actually listened to this a couple times throughout the year as well, so I've definitely given this a couple tries. And yeah, it's just not doing it for me.
It's one of those things that I find myself enjoying in like little bits and pieces. Like I thought Leda was kind of nice when I heard it. Picture Window was nice when I was listening to it. Everything kind of had that in the moment. This sounds nice, but I wish I liked it more.
I am on the same page.
Yeah.
Trix, anything else to add?
Wondering.
I don't have a personal least favorite, but I'm not going to call it a blender because I do have the favorites of Picture Window, and I do like Orlando in Love. You know, the where the title comes from.
Yeah.
That is a cute little track in the opening as well. So it's got some highlights of it. It's not a pure like boring ass blender here.
I think the opener is interesting. Orlando in Love has some nice stuff. Honey Water, like I said, ends really beautifully. So if there's like maybe a moment on the album that I liked the most, it was probably the end of Honey Water. I liked Leda too. My least favorite's probably like Little Girl, or I don't know, Winter in LA. Men in Bars is not a favorite, but it definitely is a highlight. If that makes sense.
It's cool that it exists. The Jeff Bridges collab is just still kind of funny.
Like I would almost just say, if you want to hear one song from this album, just listen to the Jeff Bridges duet, just to experience it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, unless you count it as an album, I think that's all the albums done this week, and we're just EPs now.
Yeah, it's fine.
So we have covered 3 of mine, I believe, haven't we? We've done Hyphen, Juno, and Cabinet. So we've got 7 more of that. And we've got 2 of your EPs. So let's just go into mine just to cut it through.
Okay.
And Dominic, I'm going to let you choose.
Let's talk about... I'll be nice. Let's talk about Tullamarines.
Tullamarines. All right. We haven't actually covered that much indie rock this year, or like Triple J pop indie this year. Despite that probably being a sound that I probably would have picked a lot at the start of this podcast. So I figured... Let's go back to it for a little bit, and let's see what we think of this sound now.
I thought this was really cute.
Yeah,
I did too. I don't think I liked "Give Me Love" from this EP. I just didn't like that whole kind of like real pop EDM kind of mainstream shit that goes on at the end of it. I think it's "Give Me Love" that it does it. But you take that away, and yeah, the rest of the EP is just a really good indie pop EP, and Running on Empty is actually a really fucking catchy tune.
I thought even like Points You're Trying was kind of fun and catchy in a way too. Like
it
seems to be a pretty evenly distributed like quality throughout kind of thing. I'll even give points to Give Me Love. Do You Like Me Now is kind of a more not somber, but like somber-ish kind of closer too.
I think Give Me Love is just my least favorite, just because of the last half of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
This was perfectly nice to listen to all the way through. One of those like.
Yep.
What was that one thing you picked? Oh God. Bicycle.
One thing I picked.
Ladder bicycle.
Bombay Bicycle Club.
I don't think I've ever picked Bombay Bicycle Club.
No, it was like something ladder to the sky.
Oh, Porridge Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, me and Trix like Porridge Radio, you fuckwit.
Waterside diving board ladder to the sky. That's it.
Yeah. That was a good album, Trix, wasn't it?
It was. I should go listen to it sometime.
Fuck what Dominic says about it.
But this reminded me of like a pick like that.
Yeah, okay. There's a bit of different stylings in it, obviously, but I can kind of get what you're making out. It is a very kind of like easy listen in that same way.
And I like this a bit more, I think, than I like that one, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of wild, just like how much the sound that I pick has changed since we started this podcast. To be honest, because this probably would have been something I would have picked a lot more back in 2019.
Yeah,
but I like it. I think there's this is a good band that like you can hope will will get bigger. It looks like they have a bit of a following now at the moment as well, which is kind of like something could happen here, and this could be one of the big like Triple J bands later down the line, or like a lot of Triple J bands, it could just falter into nothing. You gotta wait and see. I can't tell you what happens with that one. But in terms of the sound, which I think is like, for Triple J mostly, especially with the Australian artists they choose, it gets very kind of like tiring. I think this band's not the freshest on it, but
I was wrong.
They're just
sorry. Go finish your thought.
I was gonna say they're just doing it kind of well enough that it's kind of just like fun to listen to. I just kind of like I can't fault it. I enjoy listening to this. I've gone back to Running on Empty. So
you know what this is though. This is an Arlie pick.
Yeah.
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 That's what this is.
I liked Landline. Landline was a great song.
I liked some stuff from
Yeah.
Arlie. It's kind of like a fun thing we went back to a couple times. In the same way, it's like it's that perfect kind of like random thing that I was not aware of before, and then it's like it has a sound that's kind of familiar but interesting in its own way. And here we have something similar to that.
Yeah.
Hard to dislike in a way, easy to at least be interested in or like, if not love.
It's weird to say like the words inoffensive with music and usually kind of like say still compliment to the CP, but like I think it is a truly kind of like inoffensive type of artist. Like this is something that almost anybody can enjoy. Some people probably go like, I hate that stuff. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I can kind of see the vision there. Yeah.
I like this. It's a good EP. It's catchy. The band's good. It's well executed. It's well produced.
Yeah.
It's good to see for a sound that I don't really go back to too much time. Like I go back to it and go like, yeah, I like it. It's boppable. I tried to see this band in big sound, but they kind of just drew a crowd both times, and I couldn't get in. So good on them.
I probably prefer Phone Boy over this, but yeah.
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 Favorites for me, Running on Empty, and I like Idiot as well. Least favorites give me love.
I liked Idiot and Lying quite a bit. Do You Like Me Now? I also liked probably Running on Empty or Give Me Love, I guess. But even then, that's kind of they're not strong on that.
Good cheese sandwich.
All right, Trix, roll the dice again.
Okay. 1 sec. A 7.
Oh, a 7. Okay, that was 5, 6, 7. That is Freak Slug. Loose tooth and a short skirt. She came here as a part of South by Southwest Sydney. I'm gonna admit that sometimes advertising works on me, and this was like pushed a lot. And I liked Honest Man a lot, and I saw her for free at the Factory Theatre, and she was alright. So I figured, hey, maybe I'll give my excuse to actually listen to the CP properly. I liked Honest Man. Still like Honest Man. I don't think I've really gone to anything else in the CP, unfortunately.
It's all right. It's definitely memorable name, kind of.
She's got a very also memorable, like she is very strongly British in her singing accent.
Okay, yeah.
And that definitely helps her stand out. Like her accent, the way that she sings of it, helps her stand out a lot, especially in this week. Just into how it all sounds. But in terms of a full release, it's like, yeah, I'm really only going to bits and pieces more than I'm going to the full thing on this. I was hoping for this to go into a lot of different places.
Yeah, I kind of like bits and pieces. Like Doesn't Matter. I kind of liked in some ways Honest Man, like you said. This is very middle of the pack for me. It's not terrible or anything like that. It's just not strongly one way or the other. I didn't like.
Yeah.
Cabinet, I felt nothing. In a similar way, I kind of like let this run through me, but there were parts of it, like I said, that I did enjoy more, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've just wanted a lot more to say about this, especially of how much I liked Honest Man. Like that is one of my favorite songs of this year. Like maybe not top 10 favorite songs of this year. We'll see when I've done the done the rankings, but like it will be in my 100 for sure. And I was hoping for the rest of it, like the rest of the EP would at least match up that kind of quality or memorability, just the kind of way that everything flowed on that. But it's just, yeah, the rest of it just felt a bit bog standard, and I was just like, okay, well, that's a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really wish, like, it's kind of a sign that, like, I think that was the EP I forgot to mention when I was thinking everything on the top of my head, because I think this is kind of the least memorable out of all my EP picks, unfortunately.
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I had more to say about it, but it's kind of for me, it's listen to Honest Man, and then listen to the rest if you wanna. Least favorites like probably Blue Eyes or something like that.
I'll just agree.
We've reached the part of the night where most of the week, no matter what I thought of it, is going to be a blender because I am struggling to stay
Yeah, I'm
awake.
dying. Let's get through a lot of this, then.
All right,
Trix, I'm gonna get one more rice doll, rice doll, fuck, dice roll.
Rice doll coming for
Rice
Ritz
doll,
right now.
rice doll.
He'd
Let's
like
get one
a
more
cheese
dice roll.
baby and a hot boy.
What's the
That'll
last
be a
dice roll out of yours? So you fuckwit?
Nat10. What do we got for number 10?
Mouse
We've got a 10.
fucking Tui.
That's Mouseatouille.
Oh, fucking
Alrighty. Mouseatouille DJ Set The Remixes. I did not
This
expect
rocks.
this. No one expected this. This is I think this is just a reminder of why we like DJ Set so much.
Yeah.
Like these songs have been reworked, but they're somehow like so like you can just go and say that's the Mouseatouille song despite it being so reworked. It's kind of like, okay, well, I think those Mouseatouille songs were just really well crafted at the start.
I fucking love this.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, this is
the way that I cried listening to this, and this just felt like, oh, these are my preferred versions of these songs, probably.
Wow.
I wouldn't say that any of them are my preferred versions of the songs, but that is just how strong I think DJ Set is. I agree. This is a great remix EP.
Like I'm reminded of, not to bring up the unfortunate band, but when Crystal Castles had the Not in Love, and then they replaced it with the Robert Smith version.
I'm not that far. No.
Not saying that.
I know what you're on about. I know what you're on about. Yeah.
But I just feel like these remixes elevate this, like, because they're not like, to say they're remixes, yes, but really what they are is like most of the artists kind of just doing like a duet and like adding their own spin on it. Like they're still recognizably the songs. It's just another singer or maybe like another interesting bit of instrumentation happening.
Well, I was gonna say like the Weather Day EP kind of like so the Weather Day part of the EP kind of reminded me of that Homer Swear EP.
Yeah.
With all the covers and stuff that happened. Specifically that Paranol kind of like redo of Long Distance Conjoined Twins.
Yeah.
It turning into like a more post-rocky kind of version of itself. It was just like I fuck with what this is doing. And that probably is my favorite Weather Day song of this year.
I don't think I go that far, but I do like what Weather Day was doing with the piano and stuff. Oh man. There's such a purity to this in a way that you bring in these different artists, these different sounds, and like as different as they are, as different as Weather Day is from everybody else, even there's cohesiveness to all three of these that works so well. It's like a victory lap. Fucking DJ Set.
Hell yeah.
They're incredible remixes.
Yeah, I would agree. It is basically like a victory lap, and it's a well-deserved one. If I had to pick a least favorite of the remixes, it's the Tex Petrella remix of My Love. It's still a good remix of it. The favorite one is the Weather Day remix of Today Will Be the Greatest Day of Our Lives. It is, yeah, it is somehow like the structures of the songs is all so just still DJ Set, and that it's just like it highlights why DJ Set was a good album. But also they're like interesting remixes of it as well.
This is all killer, no filler for me. All good.
Yeah.
Well, Trix is at the point where she's calling everything a blunder. So,
Pretty much.
Dominic, what's the next pick?
I want to talk about Mount Nadir.
Mount Nadir. Yes, I've already forgotten what the EP title was called. But Mount Nadir. Yeah. I picked this one because I've actually been listening a lot to Ocean, Moon, and Sun. So I'm like, oh, okay. Whilst we're doing that, may as well pick the EP. And this is another little interesting kind of like indie release. However, instead of this being Triple J core, this is 4 Triple Z core. This is good old Brisbane DIY scene.
There are some really pretty songs on this EP.
There are. It is, I think, a bit overdone for its own sake, but also like I like that every song is different from each other.
Yeah.
I like that there's this is almost an album basically.
It could almost be an album. But they call it an EP.
Yeah.
If they didn't call it an EP, we'd almost call it an album.
Yeah, it's very cute. Like, yeah, I can't find myself wanting to hate this EP. I can definitely see myself like wanting, I guess, a bit more for what we had of it. But I just respect what the sound's going on in here and just how like the songs are at least trying to be crafted at the very worst.
Like looking at the Spotify listenings, like some of my favorite songs here are like the least listened to.
Like Clandestine and then Mykonos.
Mykonos is so good. So soft, but so good. But not even Clandestine. I like Michael's song. Michael's song's my favorite of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like
I still love Ocean, Moon, and Sun. It's a cute little love song.
yeah, that's really cute too.
Hmm.
Like Michael's song really connected with me in a way that's like, oh, this is going in my playlist. That's for sure. Something about this makes me want to like show it to people and be like, no, fucking listen to this. Say there's no good music out there today. Listen to this.
It's cool to see the Brisbane underground scene or the DIY scene in Brisbane because there's such creative shit coming out of it.
Yeah.
It's like how many scenes can you think of that just doesn't have like a distinct sound? It's just everyone's kind of doing their own thing and yet they're all kind of in the same community.
Well, that's how it should be, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working together to support each other, yet chasing their own dreams.
Like, I was gonna see Mount Nadir, but it was on the same day as My Cry's Fallen Death Is. And it was just like, oh, yeah, I had to support them coming back. Hopefully I'll see Mount Nadir another day.
Hopefully. I feel like they deserve the support. I feel like End of Time is really good too. But on the cards, like, this is right. It's a really nice fucking listen.
Yeah, very folky with that kind of alternative kind of rock sound happening at times. I think it was Clandestine is the one that has like the kind of whole talk voice that happens through it. I think that was Clandestine, or it might have been a different song. I can't remember. Yeah, track titles are eluding me for which one's which. But yeah, I think this is a worthwhile listen for the time. I don't think it's a perfect listen for the time. It does drag a little bit, but with how much variety's in it, it's bound to be like you'll find a moment on here that you want to go back to.
Oh yes.
I don't think it's an EP or album where you go back to everything for it, but you at least go back to something, and that's like what makes it worth it. And I feel like that would vary from person to person.
Oh yeah. Even like my least favorite song is probably Hero Worship, but I'm sure there are plenty of people that love that. It's the most listened to one of the bunch.
Yeah. I think I agree with my least favorite being Hero Worship, but my favorite's Ocean, Moon, and Sun still. It's so calming at the song.
And I like that song, but I think Mykonos is really calling for me.
Yeah.
Trix's Blunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trix is just staying awake until she can put out one album. Yeah. Fuck, what have we got left now? We've got 2 of your EPs, Dominic.
Yeah.
We've got how many of mine left? We've got 4 or 5. Check.
At least 2.
Oh no, we got We got 3 of mine, I think, because we still got
Oh yeah, 3.
Secret World, Trine, and Radio Free Hours.
Yeah.
And then we got 2 of yours.
Let's talk about Twine.
All right, well, let's go into Radio. You want to talk about Trine? I wanted to go into Radio Free Alice and leave Trine just for a little bit.
All right, Radio Free Alice.
Radio Free Alice. All right. This one I picked because Radio Free Alice is probably about 10 minutes away at any time from blowing up. In the good way, not the bad way.
Yeah.
Basically, moving to London, I'm pretty sure, actually. Drawing a crowd every time now in shows I play in Australia. People who attend know basically every word. I saw this band open for Sunroom at the start of last year, and that was not the same case. But then suddenly opening for the Killers just kind of like got this band a lot more traction, and yeah, now like they have some genuine momentum they're using off that. So I figured let's pick up this EP, see if where they're at the moment is currently worth the hype.
I like this EP. It was nice. It was a nice
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
Quick one. But
yeah, only a 12-minute one, but
Yeah.
You See Empty Words has over 1 million streams, so that's definitely getting some traction going on.
Yep.
Even like Toyota Camry, like Regret, just all sound really nice.
so yeah, I figured this would be a sound that Trix probably would have gravitated towards.
I can't remember.
Oh well.
We got into it before the Nyquil really kicked in. Might have gotten something out of it, but
Yeah. We're on Nyquil time now, baby.
I feel like I'm going to compare this to Freak Slug, but like in a different way, in which I go, that Freak Slug one was where there was that one standout track, and then the rest just didn't feel like I cared to listen to. This is like there's a standout track with the title track for me, but I still like where the rest of this EP is going as well.
I agree. I think I like Toyota Camry a little bit more. Just I don't know, something about that song just sounds more to my taste, but
yeah. I think it's also because, like, comparingly, like, Radio Free Alice, like, they have that kind of whole... they're a sound in a scene more so than they are, like, their own sound. But it's also they have a take on it, which it doesn't feel like it's just, like, heavily relying on, like, one aspect. Like, with the Freak Slug, we're going, like, oh, there's a... the big draw is kind of like there's a different vocalist kind of happening in this. And whilst there is kind of like a big accent that's happening in the vocals here, it feels like that's not the only draw.
I was
It feels like certain structures in the way the songs go to make the kind of like catchiness.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
I will say this definitely sounds like a band that would have been popular in like 2013.
Yeah.
Name alone, maybe, or Sound 2, perhaps. It feels like there's a certain timelessness to what they have going on that I can understand why they would blow up at some point.
Yeah.
Now than maybe with the new single.
It feels like it's going to happen because they just kind of get bigger every time they play. Makes
sense.
They're playing Liberty Hall not this Friday. It was supposed to be this Friday, but now it's been delayed by a week with $20 tickets, which is just like that's really great because they've just gone and said, well, yeah, we'll just make this like accessible, cheap gig at a pretty large venue to do that for.
Yeah.
They've got Horse opening as well, which is great. They're a little post-punk band from Newcastle that's also on the rise, so it's kind of like that should be a really good $20 gig.
Ooh, that sounds cheap.
Yeah. I like the CP. I think you can really see like where the hype is coming from it.
I like the CP.
I think it's a deserved hype.
Mm.
Favorite is Empty Words. Least favorite's probably just Regret for the sake of I think I like Toyota Camry and Chinese Restaurant more than Regret.
I like all 4. No real least favorite.
Wonder because I'm tired.
Alrighty. We are rushing through this because this has been a long episode. Dominic, let's go into Japanese House. Yeah, let's go into Japanese House.
Japanese House. One of those bands that I heard about in college, and I know the one song still. And Japanese House, I feel like, has blown up considerably since then. They had some 1975 connection that helped them blow up quite a bit.
Wow.
Probably changed a lot since then, but I don't know. I've only really listened to this EP.
Fair.
It's nice.
It's nice. I like Still. Still is the song. some of the others, like Teeth has
Yeah.
interesting stuff in it. It's very chill, electronic pop, but it's got some like more experimental edge to it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think this is what's really ruined by the fact that we couldn't get that Japanese wallpaper stuff. Because I would have loved to compare this to Japanese wallpaper EP.
Yeah.
Especially an early one we haven't heard. Because it's electronic, it's chill.
Yeah.
And if we compare it to that self-titled Japanese wallpaper EP, which we have covered, I prefer the Japanese wallpaper one still. But like it's a good similar vibe with a different sound.
It's interesting that this is an act that I think blew up quite a bit, because I can see how you can make this a little more mainstream and approachable, but it's cool to see that, someone that started out like this did something that got farther ahead.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially in the late 10s as well, like even early 20s, there was a whole blow up of this kind of like sound of like soft rock electronic.
Yeah, like it's very XX.
Like cigarettes. I was gonna say like
Mhm.
cigarettes after sex as well.
Yeah,
I know that's a lot more dreamier, but
the XX is kind of its own thing in a way too. More electronic, more not soft rock for sure. I'll describe it like this, I guess. The people that like the 1975 would probably find stuff to enjoy in the Japanese house. People that were more into like electronic music would probably go more for the XX Japanese house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good listen. I wish I really had a lot more to say other than just these little comparisons and stuff to do.
I will
mostly
say,
because my listening's just been stuck by 2025 stuff.
Totally fair. I will say, in comparison to everything else we've listened to this week, my memories of this being what they are, there's probably still one of my least favorites of the week, just because I think I know better what I like in music now than I did in my college years.
Well, it's not my favorite of the stuff that you picked this week.
That's totally fair. I think it's just, I don't know. I think in my college years I was trying to stay relevant, trying to glean things from the people that I knew, right? Have this show certainly. So hard to really know sometimes what you like. So you just find things that kind of sound nice. You listen to Still, and then I say, yes, I like the Japanese house. The other 3 songs, well, But now I'm glad to kind of have a further, better context on how I actually feel. It's still interesting, but outside of Still, maybe Teeth, it's all right.
My take is, I liked listening to this, but I'm not gonna gravitate back towards it. Not just because like 2025 stuff as well, but there's a lot more to go towards, and it's a case of I think you put this on, I go, okay, let's listen to it. If you ask me to put something on, I'm probably not going to think of picking this.
I still think it's weird that a bunch of bands said they're going to be Japanese something in the 2010s,
and that's kind of funny. Alrighty, favorites. I guess Steel's my favorite. Least favorite. Let's just go lazy and pick Sister. It's the least stream song.
I like Still. I like Teeth. Okay, my least favorite is probably Pools to Bay then.
Alright, well, I guess we got 3 more things to pick. We've got Secret World, we've got Cryant Monster in the Panhandle of Tennessee, and we've got Twine. I think I know which order I want to do this all in. So let's start off with Secret World. Tomorrow is a mystery to me.
Alright,
so I picked this one because I've seen Secret World quite a lot by this point. I think I've seen like 6 or 7 times. I saw him do the release show for this. We covered their EP last year. I think this is better than that EP, in a sense. I think it's just a bit of a quick discussion that we can do on this one. It probably makes it the most worthy of picking it in a giant amount of EPs, in the sake of you can kind of just quickly gloss over this and then go over to it. But I do like it, so I wanted to pick it.
I do like it as well.
Yeah.
I forgot that the cover guilt is good.
I'm going to ask you a question, Dominic. Do you remember who, or do you recognize the guest vocalist in Good Faith?
No.
No, we did cover
No.
him because that's Shogun from Royal Headache.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and I got the pleasure of meeting him the other day because he actually plays in his new band Antenna, but I actually saw him at Sunrun because he also plays in a band called Finnegan's Wake now, and they opened for them.
Wow.
And my friend was talking with him, so I was just like, "Oh, this is my opportunity to come in." And he seems like a nice guy, really nice guy. I agree with him with his efforts and on DIY and evolving in music. Like he refuses to do Royal Headache again because he sees that as an old band and he wants to do new stuff. But he did say he was definitely on coke and kept forgetting that he said that he listens to new stuff like Title Fight. I think he said those exact words 10 times in the space of about 10 minutes.
Damn. Sometimes Title
And
Fight just feels brand new.
That's what I'm gonna think of now when I think of Shogun. It's just I listen to Title Fight. Sometimes there's a don't meet your hero story. Sometimes there's a meet your hero story. Sometimes your heroes are just fucking funny. Anyway, yeah, I like this EP.
It's a cool skate EP.
It's Secret World have always wanted to be the Australian drug church by being a bit more melodic in the whole hardcore scene, as they definitely fit in the hardcore scene. This is very, very cleanly produced and surprisingly not really to a fault. Like it just kind of works. It's a very almost like kind of pop rock hardcore at times, but it just fits with how they're doing everything on this.
It's the thing where like the singer kind of like anchors it in hardcore, but you could really call almost any.
Yeah. As a shout out to Everywhere Now, which is probably the more personal of the tracks on here one, which is kind of a dedication to all the hardcore kids that unfortunately kind of like left us over the past couple of years. It's cool. It's cool to see like bands like that actually give a shit.
Is that the one that drops the title of the EP?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's my favorite, for sure.
Yeah, that's the closing track.
Yeah, I can just picture how he sings "Tomorrow's a Mystery." It's very good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a whole like, oh, here's people who died with dedication but care about us. It feels like there's a genuine care.
Yeah,
and there was like you see how bands have reacted to some of these news and stuff like that. Like, forget what his name is because I didn't know these people personally. That's just on me. But Speed actually delayed a couple of shows by a couple of weeks because a member of the hardcore scene, I can't remember from what city it is, passed away. Unfortunately, from their own actions. It's an unfortunate thing in this kind of scene.
Yeah,
you might get some people who are a bit more depressive and all that. It's not great. But it is what it is. And yeah, you can tell how these things impact not just the bands, but the communities around this as well. Like Alex Arthur is one of the big ones I can remember the name of. There's usually there was fundraiser gigs that happened for charities and stuff that go into this kind of action with a bunch of these bands playing. I think that one happened at Hamilton Station Hotel. So I remember people who just drove up from Wollongong to Newcastle for that, which is a fucking 3 to 4 hour drive up. It's not an easy one to do, but still did it because that's just what this kind of scene is. So
hardcore scene's
it's always touching to see moments of that, even if I didn't know these people personally.
Yeah,
and this is when we've had EPs where we've loved the opener and the closer, and then didn't really care about the rest. I think this is an EP of I love the opener and I really love the closer, and they're personally to me very close to each other in my enjoyment. And the rest of the EP doesn't match that, but it's still good. I like the sound that they're going for. I like that things flow together almost like an album on this release. And when I usually hate clean production in this style of music, but for some reason it just fits right in this. It's definitely a lot more a step in the right direction from Guilt is Good.
I did not question the clean production. It just felt natural for what this was doing.
Yep.
Points there for making something that usually is very DIY sound like it should. And there's nothing about it that says we're selling out or anything like that.
Yep, so favorites for me, Good Faith, Everywhere Now. I don't have a least favorite.
Full agree.
Alrighty.
Just
Dominic.
Trix check.
Trix, you alive? Probably not.
It's still coughing, though, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Signs of life.
Ritz.
Dominic, should we go into your last pick?
Yeah. White Monster, the Panhandle of Tennessee, from Bandcamp, says, "This was all in one room with my friends. Improvised ambient piece recorded on September 29th, 2025. Made a tape loop of all of our voices and then played over top of it."
Look, in terms of everything you picked this week, I'm sure my rankings and stuff when we do the best of everything of the year and stuff, might have some confusion comparingly with like me picking like a Japanese breakfast song or something. I don't know, but out of everything you picked in full this week, this is my favorite.
That's so fascinating.
There is a certain vibe that this is basically like a noise album.
Yeah.
That it is, and I'll even compare this to picking up the tab where I feel like it's night and day. There is a certain kind of vibe of DIY that this gives off where it just genuinely feels like they weren't making anything here to make something fantastic. They were just making it for fun, but it just comes off so well on it.
I full agree. It for an improvised piece, it sounds singular. It sounds like it was intentional.
Yeah, and I can just like I had whilst listening to this like there's whole kind of thoughts and going like of creating this kind of stuff. You know, any album or release or music that gives you a thought of like creating your own thing,
yeah,
has done a good job. That's a fantastic job. Just full stop there. You get an extra point for that and a pat on the head. But it didn't feel like this dragged on or anything like that. I wasn't feeling like I was listening to one note for 20 minutes or anything like that. It just felt it felt like being in a room with a bunch of people just fucking around and jamming in a true case of no one's caring whether or not like this turns into anything.
I was thinking about when we covered like John Dwyer's droney stuff or like bass communion and how much more I enjoyed this comparatively.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not gonna say that there's like a ton of movement at times. Like that violin piece is still that violin piece you kind of hear throughout, right?
Yeah.
But there's something to the way that it goes, the way that it sounds. That it's not trying to be like an emotional moment or representative of something like you might find on Neutral Milk Hotel.
Well, Dominic, are you ready for the smoking gun?
Sure.
That harmonica is so Death Signing fun coded.
It's true. Very true. I mean, what a way to announce that Postcard Nowhere has moved to Tennessee from Michigan. Brand new location, some brand new production of different sorts than what we've heard before. Picking up the tab is its own thing, and I was like, maybe the others won't appreciate the long ambient track. I'll pick the other thing. And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pick the ambient thing anyway. And I'm glad that I did.
Yeah, I'm glad that you did as well. I'm very happy having listened to this. It was nice. It was, that efforts of DIY doesn't always come up and say like this is the best release of all time or anything like that. But sometimes it just goes and you just go, okay, but that was actually interesting or fun in the right way.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see myself putting this in the background. I can't see myself listening to this all the time. But I listened to it. I'm glad that I listened to it. And that is like at the most basic core of music criticism, a good sign.
I think it's also a good sign when someone is credited as playing Plate of Rocks.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Like the imagery that entails. And there's a lot of trust that comes into making an improvised ambient piece like this, especially when it comes out like this. Like that.
Especially with how many people in this? Like 10 or 11 or something?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then B. Lambert's there, background doing stuff.
Yep.
Again, we've had a little bit of ups and downs now with B and things that he's done, but it still shows that there is a good mind at work there.
Yeah. There
is something about it.
It's just the beauty. The beauty is that people are there for the sake of they just want to make something.
Yeah.
So is the title of this just the first initial of everybody that's on here. I was wondering what that was.
You know
I
what?
just
That might
realized.
be what it is.
It is. It's just the first initial of everybody on the fucking thing. Oh, that's good. That's good.
I love that. Actually, that's way more interesting than I gave it credit for. That shows you that it's true DIY, true collective.
Mhm.
What is the name of the thing? Oh, that's all of our initials together. And then you click on the lyrics button on the Bandcamp page, and it just says noises.
Beautiful. Yeah, there's obviously no favorite or least favorite of this. It's just one
Yeah.
improvised piece of music, but it's a fun listen. It's basically it was recorded and put out the same day that it was recorded.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, it's been a long week. We've only got one more thing to go,
Oh boy.
and I wanted to save it till last.
I know you did.
Twine, Deer in the Headlights. Sometimes I like to do a good introduction to an album or an EP. Sometimes I like to do the background. But for this, I'm just gonna say EP of the year.
I'm sorry. I heard snoring.
I know.
Mhm.
This is my EP of the year.
Can you explain why?
So, something just about the way that this song is, like the songs are structured so chaotically, but I even like the opening for Faith of Crisis just comes in, and it feels like it's not in time and anything like that. But then when all those moments hit together, of like everything comes together and perfectly has those hits, then it all just makes fucking sense, and that just crashes through. Just what makes this EP so great. What also makes it great is when you go into the fucking lyricism into there and just how fucking like wild that it gets. Faith of Crisis has the good of line of feels like I'm back to praying, guilt ridden after masturbating.
Huh.
Right after describing a car crash of someone being wrapped around a pole like a chocolate wrapper.
Yeah, that's interesting imagery. I will give it that.
Again, you know I love fucking contrast. This EP is fucking full of it. Going straight from that kind of soft country sounds that are going into it to that more explosive, like kind of just noise that is happening more than anything. It is very kind of. I've criticized stuff for sounding like a rush job, and this definitely feels like it was recorded in a rush. But it also feels like they kind of. Well, one, it doesn't really matter too much if you see these songs live. They all come together in different ways anyway. But it's something about it all just kind of hits perfectly for me.
So intrigued by that. I gotta be honest, I did not feel any of that.
I gotta be honest, you're just an idiot.
And I will fully
sorry.
accept that. It's fine.
I'm sorry to say it, but you are wrong, and you are uninvited for my birthday party.
From what I remember of the Twine album, I think I enjoyed that a lot more.
I still enjoy that Twine album. I mean, I'll put in the context of this as well, just because I should probably put that in as a proper introduction. This is kind of like the last release that's happening of the original formation of Twine. Tom has since moved to Melbourne. Got a new lineup that's happening there for Twine, so the band still exists. But the Adelaide lineup, this is the last release that's ever going to be of it. It's kind of like the last songs they have written as that kind of band, as that formation.
Twine as it was versus Twine as it will be.
Yeah.
I just feel like I personally am confronted with, the parts of country that I still am not a big fan of. And the vocal styling that, I am all for a rough, passionate vocalist. This just was not doing it this time. Like, I was listening to it, I'm like, God, I wish I was listening to Shenandoah or, Mechanical Bull or anything off of the new Home Is Where record.
I like that Home Is Where record. I still do love it. But for me, when it comes to like just having that different thing, I mean, calling this a country album is like, or country EP, I think is like kind of looking at it in the wrong way. It's an emo noise rock record with country influence.
Sure.
No.
It is reflective of where everything is kind of going too.
Yeah.
I think
but we've got a lot of country releases and stuff like that as well. which leans heavily into kind of going a bit more modern country and stuff, or a bit more indie country. Whilst this is just it's having that kind of country sound in there to kind of bring into the chaos.
And I don't know, I gave it my prerequisite listens. I spent time with it. I wish I could have that door open for me. I would love to understand where you are. Sometimes the music just doesn't open itself up to you.
My position on it is that it just hit. Sometimes more avant-garde sounding music takes a while. Sometimes it never hits, and then sometimes it just clicks. And I say avant-garde just because of the way that the songs are structured here. They definitely not standard structure.
I'm not caring about the structure necessarily. Like, I understand that these songs are. This should be something I like because it is so weird. I do like the weird, fucked up kind of like. Give me the rawness. Give me what's real. Give me. Who fucking cares about song structure and music theory? Give me what's real.
Yeah.
This came and went. You know, when you were saying this was your EP of the year, in my head I was saying, okay, but the Mouseatouille remix EP might be my EP of the year instead.
And that might be fair. That Mouseatouille remix EP is really good. I just love this a lot more.
I think it's fascinating.
Have you never been caught with your hands down your pants waiting for some new romance?
No, I have not.
Then I don't know what to tell you. And then the line after that, well, it goes, I gotta put my dog down, he's all bark and no bite, with my hands down my pants, well, it ain't what it looks like.
That I remember. That was actually kind of nice.
And that, like, yeah, it is just 3 really interesting songs. Really well done for me. I like just how... I like its rawness. I love its chaoticness. I just think because of that, it's what makes those moments that feel so tight just hit that much fucking harder. Like with Faith of Crisis, which is my favorite of this by far, it is, at the current moment, gunning for one of my favorite songs of the fucking year. Just that whole way the chorus goes with the again. It gets simple with again, but it just goes really fucking hard because of the way that it's all built up to that. It's not just a slow doing the same thing over and over and then we have an outburst. It is something interesting is happening that causes this whole build up to occur.
Sure. I'm listening to you because I want to hear you gush about your favorite EP of the year.
I mean, I've gushed about it. It's actually kind of simple why I love it so much, I guess, in the end, because I just think in the most simplest ways of saying it, it's really fucking creative and it shows from its execution.
I do appreciate some of the lines like we've talked about. I do appreciate what it's going for, and I think it's interesting in a week where we listen to so much, you have really gravitated toward the chaos and the ambience and like the least like what we've listened to, where I am literally like, oh, the thing that we listened to, that's like the thing we listened to a couple weeks ago. I'm in on that. We went in very different directions.
That's the fun of being dissonant. Yeah, this is near a 10 out of 10 EP for me. I don't know if I consider it a 10, but it's at very worst a strong 9. So favorites is all of them, but like specifically Faith of Crisis. It's so fucking good.
I really couldn't give you a favorite or least favorite. It came, it went. It is what it is. I won't give it anything else. I won't say it's a cheese sandwich or a blunder for your sake. But
yeah, you can call it whatever you want. Remember that I don't care if you hate it because I know I love it.
Not that I hate it though. Like I said, nothing this week was bad.
Nah. I know you didn't hate it, but that's what I'm saying in general. It's like for anything that I know that I like this much, I don't give a shit if someone else likes it. That is, in my personal opinion, their loss.
I guess for me, what this feels like is if like last week you came and told me, yeah, the Aging Glow album, that's my favorite album of the year. And I'd be like, I do not see it, I do not understand it, but props to you for finding that connection with it.
I mean, well, if I did a personal comparison to Asian Glow there, I think there's a lot to say. But we are about 2.5 hours into this.
No,
I think I am done talking, personally.
I mean...
Yeah.
Right, Trix?
Trix is up for that. Trix, you're done talking. You were just snoring for minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is everything talked about now.
As talked about, I think rankings is it's a very hard beast to do at this current moment. So we've only got 2 episodes left this year. We've got the albums next week that we ever do, and then it's a rankings episode for good after that.
Yeah.
So do we want to all try and rank everything this week, or do we want to just like do it simple as like what is our least favorite this week, and then like what is our top 3? Because that might be like a better use of our time here.
I'm down to try that.
No, from me.
No, from you. What does that mean?
Just I'm abstaining from.
Okay. No rankings
From ranking from Trix. I'm gonna do it as my least favorite. I'm gonna do it as my top 3. Least favorite now becomes a big question. Shit, because we've had a lot. Don't know if I would pick anything of mine to be least favorite, although I wasn't. I guess the least favorite of mine would probably be Freak Slug. In terms of before release, I guess my least favorite.
Come on, just say it.
I don't know.
I'll know.
I think it is Freak. No, I think it is. I think it's either Freak Slug or Grim Streaker. I don't think it's Baby Tate, Dominic.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put my least favorite as Grim Streaker.
Wow.
I think
Okay.
Baby Tate wins by the fact that as an overall thing, it was a lot more memorable than those 2.
Okay, I will give you credit for that.
No, Dominic, it wasn't me thinking about that because I didn't want to shit talk you. You know, I am happy to shit talk you at all times.
I thought maybe you were because you wanted to find something more interesting to say because saying, "Oh yeah, Baby Tate's my least favorite" for you is almost expected.
Nah. Top 3 out of all of this is a wild thing to do. Fuck. I think let me quickly say it. Let me go. I think number 3 might be the Mouseatouille one. Yeah, number 3 is gonna be Mouseatouille because it is a really well fucking done EP. Number 2 is gonna be Snõõper's Worldwide, and number 1's gonna be Try and Deer in the Headlights.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
All right. So my least favorite is Cabinet. Sorry.
Fuck.
My top
It's
3.
happening again.
Number 3 is Juno Eclipse. Number 2 is Mount Nadir. Number 1's Mouseatouille.
Juno Eclipse was close to the top 3. I want to put that one out there for them. Same with Secret World.
I will also say I did the rare thing and also ranked the singles, and the thick singles are number 5.
Oh yeah. Alrighty.
hell yeah.
Trix, you don't want to say what your favorite is at the very least?
I'm so fried right now. I couldn't
That's fine.
tell you.
Alright, well, Trix, we're going to let you have the easiest way of saying you can get out of here. What are you picking for next week? Which is our last week of picking stuff for the year.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I'm gonna pick the Mina album we discovered this episode
Okay.
that released this year.
Remember what it's called?
And no, I have it linked though. I already prepared the links. And I'm gonna be covering. There's a compilation we covered earlier in the year that got a sequel released fairly recently. I'm doing the new DJ Natoyo Tokyo 1980s collection.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Ugh. Dominic, I'm still picking a couple albums here, so I'm gonna let you
Sure.
let you go next.
I'll have to prepare the links here in a minute. I didn't get but
That's
first and foremost, we have a little bit of a controversy. The new Grief Eater album, Warn, technically comes out December 5th, but because they released it to people who bought it and lived relatively close, I bought it and got it the next day. So it's technically a November release for me.
I've said
Hell,
personally I would not be
yes.
considering it in the 2025 cycle just because it is not an official release. However, out of a good middle ground, I will still compare it if I do think it is better or good enough to be in my top 25 albums this year. I will say where I would have placed it.
And it also may seed next year to some degree as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am still picking that though because we have access to it. Features
I'm
Warren.
happy that you are. Yeah, I still want to cover it. Don't get me wrong about that.
They also had a single in 2024, Bottom of the Well. I'm going to throw in for that as well. Then,
Okay.
so the theme this week for me was I wanted to pick things that came to me. I had a feeling that whatever I picked this week is stuff that came across my eye. So another thing that I'm picking, after our interview with Harry, I got followed on Instagram by a band called Private Mountain, and they have a release from August. And like Ritz says, if you give him attention, we'll cover your stuff. Kind of similar thing here.
Yeah, we're attention whores on here. We don't try to be anything other than.
And so I was on Instagram, they showed me that they are mutuals with both Harry and Japanese Wallpaper. So maybe we can get Private Mountain to help us get that EP. Who knows? Either way,
that's right. We will cover somebody only for personal gain.
Either way, we're covering their album Heart on Sleeve, 10,000 Better Days. Then we got 2 EPs. I did a lot of research, trying to see if anything stuck in my head. There's an EP by a band called Rollo Tomasi and the Echoes of All Dreams. Picking that. And lastly, because I saw it and then Trix posted a video about it from Ginger Bee, and I'm like, alright, we'll pick the new Ginger Bee EP, Apiary, as well.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so it's going to be a gauntlet. We all know it's going to be a gauntlet. Because we just kind of have to get onto everything that we really wanted to cover this year, or it gets similar and blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
On it. So I'm currently looking just for a good thing, because I'm going to wrap this up as 5 albums. I think that's a fair one to do. And you know what? I think I know exactly how I'm going to do this. So the first 4 albums are stuff that I have listened to, I think have been worth covering at some point this year. And that would be Sunrun's new album, Brick 6. Fan Club Wallets, Living While Dying, because I haven't covered the Fan Club Wallet. Propane, This Too Feels the Same. And the world's longest Screamo album, with 9 tracks and 6 minutes, Limbs May Fall, self-titled. And now thinking of what the 5th album to do is here, there is an album I've seen that's had, I guess, kind of mixed reception.
Okay.
And I haven't listened to it yet, despite the fact that you would think this would be something that I would have listened to in full and have had a take. But no, I haven't. But it's actually probably something that we all should probably have done and listened to, especially as an Australian here, and had a take by the end of 2025. Tame Impala had an album out this year. I've heard mixed things about it. So, with me not really knowing anything about this because I've somehow avoided a lot of this, yeah, I think that's where we end this. Yeah.
What's it called?
Hell yeah.
So, Tame Impala, Deadbeat, This Too Feels the Same from Propane, Living While Dying from Fan Club Wallet, Limbs May Fall, self-titled, and Brick 6 from Sunrun.
You know what?
Hell yeah.
I'm going to throw on another album.
Go ahead. We're already in a gauntlet. This is the end. After this, we take a long break from forcing ourselves to listen to albums.
I feel like
Put it on.
the narrative of this year has been getting closer and closer to country. I feel like it's time to actually cover country. Just the other night, I saw that a band called Treaty Oak Revival released an album, and the first track was being marketed because it features Edgar Viveros of Ben Quad on it. And I was hoping you'd pick the Ben Quad album. That would make this a little more, link up better, but you didn't. But either way,
you can pick it. You can pick it if you want.
you
We
want
can't stop you.
You want me to also take on the Ben Quad album too?
You wanna? Do you wanna?
Sure, why not?
Oh, fuck.
Might try and record this one a little earlier next week so Dex can sleep.
I will be on vacation either way. You might need to record that one, actually. I might be on my phone for that. Let's see, what's the Ben Quad album called? Wisher. Fuck it.
I say, whilst we're attaching on things, I feel like there is one thing as well. It is an EP. I know I said I was done with EPs, but you didn't pick it, Dominic.
Yeah.
And I feel like you want this to be covered because you really liked Bug Hug, and they did that little split.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd pick this.
And you didn't pick it, and I know you want it, so I'm gonna do this.
I'll pick it.
It's already been added in.
Fair enough.
So we're gonna add the Bug Hug Short Hike to Lodo, and I will commit suicide at the very peak of our desperate love split EP. That's it. I'm not. I retire at that. That's where it stops.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's 1, 2,
Trix,
3.
Trix, you will love the split because it has a Let's Go Gambling sample in it.
7, 8,
Hell
9,
yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different projects. That's 15 if you include the Grief Eater single and the LP.
I'm not even counting all 25 different tracks of the compilation that are 25 different projects.
Hell yeah, baby. Ending the year strong.
Alright, well, after that, it's going to be the rankings episode. I don't think we're going to attach anything else onto this, like the Mouseatouille EP, but that kind of just had to be.
And
if
this
it
way,
does,
we're getting everything out this week. That way, we're not attaching anything to the rankings episode this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be nothing on the rankings episode, I promise.
You said that last year.
Fuck. We'll see how it goes, but we have currently no plans. We currently plan for this to be the last episode of actually talking about albums and stuff of the year. Then the week after will all be rankings, Christmas, and how many handstands Trix can do in a minute.
And what's great is I already know what I'm picking for when we come back next year.
Yeah.
Trix, you better get ready for that.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Until then, I have been riddling. Trix has been Trix. I think she needs to sleep.
I do.
She is in your bed.
Yes.
And I've been Domino. Links are in the description below. Thank you so much for listening to our bullshit. This is the longest episode in a long time, so I hope you all enjoy it.
Yeah, bye-bye.
I reckon next week will be fucked.
We'll
That's
see.
a problem for me next week.
I'll be in fucking
Bye.
somewhere else that week. Bye-bye.